had to take me back. You had.
There's no way, dude. We're throwing a fit over a level 20 dungeon, dude. They're talking about SFK? We're talking about tanking fucking Shadowfang Keep? We're talking about tanking a level 20 dungeon, man.
Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and
Watch the South Park thing? Okay, fine. Let's watch the South Park thing.
Eddie, I decided to give her one more chance.
But you said she was mentally abusive.
She is mentally abusive. So then why did you take her back? Because she said she was gonna kill herself, alright guys? There. I broke up with her and she called me being all like, I can't live without you.
Dude. Dude.
man,
Scared what I'm gonna do to myself, oh god. The bitch is crazy, what am I supposed to do?
Hey, Stan,
Yeah?
can I talk to you about Eric?
It's too soon for this,
I
dude.
just want to make sure he's all right.
What do you mean?
I don't even know if I should be saying this, but Eric said he was thinking about killing himself.
What?
We broke up, and he called saying he was about to do it. I'm still really scared for him.
I'm about to send this to her.
Wait, Cartman said he was like,
There's no way,
I'll
dude.
send you the voicemail if you promise to keep it private.
Dude.
totally.
There's no way, dude. Didn't this literally happen? Didn't this stream happen on fucking on Saturday, dude? How do people already? People have too much fucking time on their hands, bro. How have people already cooked this shit up, man? How the fuck, bro? How do people already have so much time on their hands? Says you. I literally, dude. I just came here today, bro. Check Soda's profile picture on X. There's no way, dude. There's no fucking way, bro. Let's see this response.
is this goodbye? No, it's not goodbye. Not at all. Explain yourself.
I don't know, bro. It's looking like a goodbye to me, dog. But all right, let's see.
I will. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know, pretty far away from this stuff at this point. But I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious. I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone. And I will...
Oh, shit. I mean, this plays right into what she said, though. This already plays into what she said. Where she said he went to her fucking staff member and told her that he's gonna destroy her if she talks about that. So he's already like it's already like, bro, 33 seconds into this fucking video, he's already talking like the way she described.
We'll be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Before that, I would like to address everything that was said today.
Wait, he said he's gonna release it?
Releasable things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Before that,
dude, I don't know, man. It sounds like he's sitting on the Epstein files, bro, and he's about to just, I don't know, dude. To me, already, like, first impression, fuck everyone. I'm never going to be friends with all these people anyway. If I'm gone, I'm burning down everything around me. He's going to release the SFK files. Yeah. The Shadowfang Keeps files are coming out.
I would like to address everything that was said today. I wrote this myself, so I don't know if it's even good. I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have half my screen right now is red because I can't write for shit. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up. So, this is April of 2021. We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met.
Translation. I thought I could have her on my stream as a prop and get more viewers.
Through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing with her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with, so we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emaru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya. Me and Maya broke up. She was fun to hang out with, so we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emaru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya. Me and...
Okay. So we were growing closer to each other. We developed feelings for each other. We were flirting, but I was in a relationship with Maya. Strong opener right now. We both were, yeah. They were both in a relationship. Yep. Okay, this is a strong opener for sure.
Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker.
Told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker who broke into her house with a bat. So I replaced the bat with a phone.
We want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, season 1. I loved it because she made me feel like it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well. And I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful, but I had no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Connery's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night. And on the way home, I grabbed her hand.
Wait. This is the incident that she was talking about, right? Where she said that Bonnie did everything and he was behind a door with a gun. And this was the incident that we should never ever talk about on stream. No, it's not it. This is a bro, what the hell is going on over there, man? Where the fuck do these people live, man? Jesus, man. The hell is fucking happening?
And she grabbed mine, and we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go. We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other, playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love, first time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until
Wait. He says the first year of our relationship, we had almost no fights. And she said within 6 months, he was throwing phones at her.
until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it. And when that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed
She also said that she got a black eye.
over that I threw water bottles with her on my or my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her.
He says bruises. Like, I'm sorry, but I just gotta, like, let's just play the scenario, right? I'm brushing my teeth. I toss my phone, which is fucking weird. I would never do that. But let's say I do that, right? It accidentally hits her. And she's like, ouch. Immediately, in my head, I think, okay, that's probably something I shouldn't do again. Like, I would say, sorry, my bad. I didn't see you there. I spaced out. I lagged, right? Let's say that happens, right? How the fuck does it repeatedly happen after that? How the fuck does it happen again? How does it even happen a second time then? I don't get it. Next day, I'm brushing my teeth again. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, you're there again, huh? Oh, that's my bad. Like, what? How does that happen multiple times? Like, if you do it one time, it can be an accident, right? But multiple times. And also another thing is also, like, he says that he's reading off of, like, some things that he wrote, which is fine. But why is he just, like, speed running it? You know, there's no emotion in it. He just wants to cross everything off, you know? Like, you could tell with Emmy, it sounded sincere because you could tell, like, her voice was, like, cracking, and she was, like, you could tell she was very emotional, right? You could hear it just feels like he's triggered, you know?
Stalkers. From the ones that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had
Sorry, I gotta go back a bit.
That's all that happened. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers. From the ones that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, These people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not.
So, as a streamer, you're a public person, right? And you are going into a relationship with another streamer who is also a public person, who you already know has stalkers, who you already know that somebody fucking broke into their house with a bat. And you're like, come stay with me. Then they will be scared. And then she's like, yeah, I don't want to be alone. I'll do that. And then you're like, okay, you got to stop streaming now, though, because you have stalkers. The fuck?
Farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house or anyone that was near us. She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know. And at first it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone...
You both also played Warrior in SFK.
Found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems. I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do. We had a dog.
So it sounds like, I'm sorry, but like from what he's saying right now is, it's coming across as, I'm doing you a favor. Don't post as much. We need to hide our relationship, and that's very hard for me to do because I have to lie to everyone. But he wants to be in the relationship, right? So that's a sacrifice that you're making in order to be in the relationship. That's not a sacrifice that you're making as a favor, you know? You both want to be in the fucking relationship. So why the hell, like, why is this relevant? Why is this like, I don't get it. What? What the fuck?
Doggy door between our rooms just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. As time...
But you wanted to hide it. It's your idea to hide it. It's literally your idea to hide it. And you both want to be together. So why is, like, what's the point here? I don't get it.
Time went on, they found out. But to most of our friends in the Austin circle, they never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad. But our love for each other was strong, and we knew we can handle it. In September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others, trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emaru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan. She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got...
So, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like you got into a bad situation. I don't know actually what happened with that specific thing, but it sounds like everyone was abandoning you. Things were going horrible. And she stood by you. And she risked herself looking bad and being dragged down to remain loyal. That's what it sounds like. So, again, like, how it comes across like he wants to say that was proven wrong. I was falsely canceled by Trainwrecks. These people tried to ruin me. And I'm a victim because this happened. And she had my back. That's what it sounds like. Now, I don't know, like, that specific situation. But how is, like, you know, it just sounds like W girlfriend, dude.
So bad, the stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression, that most of my hair started to fall out and Emery started to hurt herself while we were in Japan. As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. Couldn't think straight, and being that Emery hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh. Fuck. We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain, but I thought it could be fixed over time since things were just so amazing that first year. But
Not what she said.
I'm so gay. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of remote only mode. Emery has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
Oh, no, there's
These were a
no
big
way.
part of her life.
There's no
But as those
fucking
rabbits
way.
moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food.
There is no
water,
way.
Sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits. So much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house.
Dude. I don't know, man. She kind of called this. And I find it really hard to believe. Like, I'm sorry, but like, obviously it's like he said, she said, but based on what I have seen from Emmy, based on like how she was talking about her cat and based on how she was even talking about the rabbits, I feel like I can tell that she really loved those animals. Like, this just sounds kind of fake. But yeah, it sounded like she had genuine emotion and that she really loved them. But I mean, if he says she neglected those rabbits and got them killed,
My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you." Here is a video up close of Emeru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
is that a rabbit? This is the cage. And okay. There's no rabbits in the cage, but yeah. I don't know what that is.
This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage. I would tell her to take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. In fact, when Maya came over during my cancellation, she actually commented on Emeru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected and this is disgusting." Emeru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day. And what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her. The fights from these times started to get worse.
I don't know, bro. I've seen the texts. Seen the texts. Seen the texts. The texts look like they're telling a different story, but yeah. I mean, maybe the rabbit thing is true. I don't know, because, like, you know, if I had to bet, I would probably believe Emeru more, but if those pictures are from, like, if those pictures are, you know, from that rabbit cage, then yeah, I could honestly, I could also see a world where she's just addicted to streaming for 12 hours a day and, you know, they're neglected, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly. It's hard to say. Picture is not great, though.
Constantly want.
I could see it. I could see it, but I don't. It's hard to know, you know. Either one could be right.
To be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the
thing about the rabbits, though, is that the rabbits, the only thing that like, even if that is true, he is trying to use them as a weapon against her to say that she's a bad person, basically. It's like it's smearing, you know? Instead of defending himself and say, no, I didn't do those things, he's not saying, I didn't do those things, but look what she did, you know? Yeah, so let's say that that's true. Like, sure, doesn't look great for her, but also it's completely irrelevant. Like, what he should be addressing is, in my opinion, the biggest things that he should be talking about is, number one, the car thing. That's for sure the worst thing that she said about him, is that he drove a car at like 240 kilometers an hour and said that he wants to die and he wants them both to die or whatever. That's the number one thing that he should say or talk about. And the couch thing and the abuse thing. Those are the things that, like, the essay. Those are like the top three things that he should be the, you know, that should be the first thing right out the gate that he should be talking about. He will? All right, let's see it.
Strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came. These stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers as a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong, but I would constantly tell her
what she was doing wrong. She's doing the same thing as you, bro. Streaming and making fucking content, bro. She just happens to have tits. That's it. That's the only difference. Like, what?
her on and off stream that she needs to do more because these
She even played the
stalkers are
same
getting
class
worse.
as you, dude.
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to
I
being
was
controlling,
aggressive at
I told
times.
her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I
Okay. Let's just rewind that again.
constantly tell her on and off stream that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing
To dress older. Okay, whatever, you know. As a boyfriend, like if you're in a relationship, whatever. You can talk about that.
pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole.
Stop talking about stalkers on stream. Okay. I mean, I can see that from like a safety perspective.
Stop talking about past relationships. And yeah,
Stop talking about past relationships. Sounds, you know, like a jealousy thing, but like it's maybe not the best thing when your girlfriend is talking about that. Can give him that.
yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also
Didn't want her to travel without me from a safety perspective. Can understand it. I mean, I don't know what exactly she was wearing, but okay. That's not what she said, though, by the way. And the logs that she showed also, like, I think he forgot to mention stop playing the same class as me because it makes me look bad, and stop getting more viewers than me because then I'll break the door. I feel like he forgot to mention a couple of other things that she brought up, but all right.
said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
Damn.
The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights. But the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each
Between the rabbits and the I mean, this is just smearing at this point, no? Like what? Why are we bringing up the rabbits again, dude?
other, I knew this wouldn't last, but I didn't know how to get out of the relationship. She did not
Wait, he didn't know how to get out of the relationship? He was the one trapped in an abusive relationship? The fuck?
want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat. Every month went by the last year and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect and I reflect on those situations poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me. And
There's no way, dude.
situations got so perfect, and I reflect on those situations poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me.
Shit, dude. Not the Pikachu, bro. She threw a pillow at me, bro. I threw a phone at her and gave her a black eye. She threw a pillow at me, bro. She was fucking violent, bro. She had that bitch had it coming, dude.
And I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did
She threw a plushie at me, so I slammed. I broke the door and I slammed a hole in the wall, dude. Fuck it.
say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening. This is the situation I told.
I'm freaking out. What is happening? I'm so confused. Call me when you can. I'll call you back later. I feel like shit. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. So this is the incident that she's talking about, right? I mean, wait, it says to Emmy. No date. Wait, does he respond, hi, you're okay? Photoshop. I mean, even if this is even if this is real, I'm going to say it's real because, you know, let's just say it's real. Even if it is, she said she doesn't say this. He says that, like, the way it sounds is that she says that as like a form of emotional abuse in like to make him feel bad and make him like stay, or, you know, like to get her way basically. But this sounds like she feels guilty over causing problems that she's not even causing just by existing, right? And she says, I feel so bad, I want to kill myself. So this reads to me like, I feel so horrible that people are trying to stalk me and it's causing you guys issues that I want to kill myself. That's not the same thing as saying it during an argument to get your way. Like, it's not even close to the same thing, you know? Exactly. The difference is if you do this, I'm going to kill myself versus I feel like I want to kill myself. So yeah, you know, this feels malicious, honestly.
That are stalkers at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. Just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship. This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was at my house, his background picture was Emaru. And when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and that's all they did, is terrifying for these girls and terrifying for the situation in general. I knew that.
Right. I mean, this is so fucking manipulative, bro. When he says, I held him at gunpoint, it sounds like he stood there and pointed a gun at him until the cops came. She said also that he got 5 years in prison, and he says he just got dropped off at a 7-Eleven 10 minutes or 15 minutes away. The other thing is, this part about the text feels really, really, really malicious. She's texting me that she wants to kill herself while I am here protecting us from this crazy stalker. It's another stalker incident. Jesus Christ, man. Either way, it sounds like he's twisting a situation. It sounds like, look, she's saying that she wants to kill herself and making me feel bad while I'm trying to protect her. But she is conveying that she feels guilty that people are coming over looking for her, which she has no control over. Like, the proper response to this would be like, no, like, we're there for you. It's not your fault. Like something along those lines. Like, to use this back at her is really disgusting. To use this to try to justify how he has said it, I think is really disgusting. And like to use it in a way where it's being used as a weapon against her is just fucking gross. It's manipulative and disgusting.
They did is terrifying for these girls and terrifying for the situation in general. I knew that the relationship wasn't.
And then at the end also, it's terrifying for these girls in general. Like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't sound like he gives a shit. So
I knew we had to end it in soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture.
So what did he say? I knew we had to end it soon. So in the beginning, it was, you have a crazy stalker at your house, come live with us, you'll be safe. Oh no, your crazy stalker is now coming to visit us as well. We have to end it. Like what? I mean, it's not that black and white, but I don't understand how this is supposed to make him look better.
I knew we had to end it in soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted.
The next stage.
She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then. But we got back together soon afterwards. And during those last few months where we were fighting, we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress. And we were both agreed we need to talk about our future.
I feel like we're missing context here, right? Like, again, like, what are we doing here? We're leaving out that she was upset and crying. We're trying. I was trying to advance to the next step. Like, that's we speedran the fuck out of that next step, brother. I'm not gonna lie.
The relationship had good progress, and we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want, and Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this. One day after staying
unlike
over
the rest of
Emery's
the
house,
video,
Emery made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go. I love you." That week, I made flights to Japan because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again. I have never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other.
I don't know, dude. The last thing she said was, don't go. I left to Japan because I didn't want to risk getting back together. It sounds like he doesn't want to get back together because she's bad for him, right? But the problem with that is that for the next 8 months, there's just walls of texts of him begging her to come back. And he says a couple of or drunk texts or whatever. But like, unless you're Jim Leahy, bro, those aren't drunk texts, you know? So I don't know, dude. And then using that time period as well. Now, after 10 months, I'm sure of it. Bro, the last message that we saw was August 16. Like, hello. It was 2 months ago, dog. In those last 2 months, did you gain the clarity that, oh no, we're bad for each other, I don't want anything to do with her? Or did you, after she did like this fucking big ass stream where she talked about all of this, did you realize like, okay, this is a burnt bridge. It's time for the damage control boys. It's time to call the fire department, because that's what it sounds like.
I did see her at a party once at Simply's house.
Oh, here we go. The party.
And I opened the door. I said, whoops, and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend. I want to make it very...
Doubt. Again, with the doubt, man. She said he was looking for her in every room until he finally saw her. And then now he's like, oh shit, I ran into her, and it's oh shit, I started crying because I just saw my ex. I don't know, dude.
Very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her, but I was never following her. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation, and I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me. If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because I cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation. I want to make this real, and that's it. Okay? I'm going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away.
What about the car?
I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days
Ooh.
of other people, of other things.
Oh, yay, 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 yay. Ay, yay, yay. The SFK files are coming, ladies and gentlemen. The SFK files are coming.
That I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan. My plan for myself...
That was never the plan. I only had an entire video ready to go, saved up. I only did bring it up exactly like she said. But it wasn't the plan, though. That was just a free ball in this otherwise scripted stream.
Was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back.
It was very simple. If she said anything, I'm going to say something back. And I had it ready. So it sounds like it was fucking planned then, no? Honestly, it's very simple. If you don't shut up, I'm going to blackmail you. Pretty simple.
That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well. And that's completely understandable. Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said.
I will go nuclear. Didn't she said that he said he will destroy her? I don't know about going nuclear. He wishes her nothing but the best, though. If you ever talk shit about me, I will go nuclear. I will destroy you. By the way, I wish you the best. PPC.
And that is what's going to happen, because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't. Go after me.
You can't mess with me anymore. Again, he's trying to make it sound like he's somehow the victim. He's trying somehow to make it sound like he's the victim who has been putting up with her abuse. Oh no. She felt guilty over the stalkers coming to our house. She texted me that she's so guilty about it and that she wants to kill herself while I was busy defending the castle. I'm done with that, though, even though I offered to protect her in the first place. Bro, what a load of shit.
All you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. Emiru abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're
again with the rabbits,
you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside, and it's disgusting. And I didn't.
She abused those fucking rabbits. She's a horrible human being. She threw plushies at me. She threw clothes at me. I broke doors. I slammed holes in the wall. I threw phones at her. But I was just brushing my teeth, and I just tossed it, and it just happened to land on her head.
I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing up in my life. But it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits...
Oh, spoilers!
Brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and Emiru, it is a very...
Spoilers, bro.
Fucked up for years. And I'm very proud of myself for working on myself. And I think leaving Austin was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me. I do believe that. I fucked
agree
up
with
a
that
lot,
second
and
part.
I'm never going to not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone. I never got kicked out of Austin, Texas. I left myself. I'm absolutely mentally fucked.
After he got kicked out of OTK.
Fucked. I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better. I feel like I'm very calm right now. I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel angry. I feel that every day I'm trying to learn more and more and do better, but
I don't feel angry. But also, in the next coming days, I will be releasing shit on everyone because why not?
I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true. And I don't like that she was portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship, and that's what it was. Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest. I was, and I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my fucking life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous.
Finally,
I see others doing well.
Finally,
it makes me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people, and it's a problem. It's a serious. It was a.
He at least, I will give him that. He at least admits that he can at least see that and admit it. So at least yeah, good for him. At least he can admit that. So yeah, good for him.
See, I'm definitely way better than I was now, or I am now, but it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day. I am not perfect, and I fucked up with that. I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing. Did you really drive 150 miles an hour?
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the freeways are open. I drive fast all the time. I remember one time.
I mean, it's not adding up, dude. It's not adding up at all. Hey, listen, Emmy. I don't want you to travel to other countries alone because I care about your security. Also, Emmy, when you're in my car, I drive fast everywhere. That's just what I do, okay? So, like, if I'm a bit depressed and I'm having a rough day because Mr. Beast didn't fucking invite me on his fucking video, then, and I'm also a very competitive dude about stuff like that, and it makes me jealous and mad. And if you happen to be in the car when I see Mr. Beast's upload, well, I'm just going to have to drive fast. It is what it is. All right.
When she was picking me up from the airport and she was in her blue Corvette and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying. But I'll say this. I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the Mizkiff in Austin, Texas is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world.
Bro.
I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with. And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her
wait
as well. And
I
mentally.
See. I thought he was about to blame his behavior on all the other people, man. But okay, yeah. All right.
The situations we were in.
100 is nothing. 150 is no. He drove 250 miles per hour, dog. Allegedly.
Just cataclysm, both of us. I was a very toxic person, and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over, and the second time I broke up with her was forever.
Oh, kilometers. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I'm European. No, 250 miles per hour. 241 kilometers per hour. Yes, that's yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. Sorry. I don't know the freedom units. Might be.
Afterwards,
but that's still insane.
Primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where I did want to go back to her. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I was.
There was times where he wanted to go back to her. Yeah. Apparently weekly for like 8 months. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yo, Waz, thank you for that major. Waz, I was just talking shit about you today. Waz, did you know that you owe me roughly 39% of all your tournament winnings? Actually, you could just send me 1/4 of all your trophies. Just send them to my house because I made you, okay? I made you. You would be nothing without me. You owe me everything that you have. Even though you put in all the work and did everything, it's all thanks to me. So, and also, make sure you're taking good care of your cats. Okay, I will be inspecting where they walk, what they do. All right. Don't think you can just walk around with those cats. Yeah, you better be giving them fucking water. All right. I'll be checking. Holy fuck, dude. I'll be taking some videos too. Just in case, bro. If you forget to clean the litter box one time, bro, watch out. Yeah.
Drunk. I was.
And you better not play the same. By the way, you better not play Rogue in TBC, because I'm gonna be playing Rogue in TBC. CS Hero is coming back, so you better play something else, because I don't want people to compare me and you. So if you could play something like maybe like a Resto Druid, that would be, yeah. All right. Thank you. You reroll Feral Druid. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for respecting my boundaries.
I thought I needed to, but
guys, go follow Waz.
that's it.
He's
I don't
my
think there's
son.
Anything else to talk about? This is something I think that we
Go follow
went
him.
over, and I am glad that it is out there. What I just said, and that's it. So that's it. I said what I had to say. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will be back. I'm not leaving anytime soon. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
I feel like if he established that as a boundary not to post very early on, first year, and they were together and been around for like years together, this is my take. I'm going to assume that she knew and accepted that boundary. So now we can make whatever you say about him, and you'll be right. You say, oh, he's a controlling fucking controlling psycho, whatever. Then people are gonna say they're insulted, insecure. I agree, insecure bitch, 100%, definitely, right? Yeah, and I think everyone will agree to that. That's 100%, right? Unfortunately, it's I feel like since it was established early on, it's something that she was okay at the time, at least. So that's where I'm at on that, and I would be more than willing to understand. Or you'd have to walk me through how what I just said is wrong. It's still wrong, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the truth lies in the middle. Definitely. As in, he makes it seem like it was only boundary or whatever. And it seems like when I was into her, it was more like, oh, yeah, he was doing this, he was doing that. I think it's probably a little bit of a wiggle room in the middle. But I don't fucking know. I'm making my take with the information I'm given. That's it. What can I do? What else can I do? I'm not gonna fucking be a weirdo. Yeah, so I do absolutely think though that with that in mind, that the throwing stuff around, I gotta be honest with you, more than likely malicious for sure, and he would have to atone for that or completely debunk it, which would impress me. But I'm not trying to be rude, right? Like I'm not trying to be like assumptuous or weird about it. I think definitely more than likely. About the essay thing, you guys are gonna. I feel like it's
essay
not,
thing.
Even though my take is rooted in complete reality.
The messages.
I feel like people are not gonna want to listen because it's a moment where somebody is obviously went through some trauma. Obviously, is Emmy was spilling her heart out, right, and giving her story, and I respect that. I got respect that, and. With what she said as an event,
South America,
how this plays out for him and for her in their own perspective, right? And in a way where nobody's completely far out in like the absolute wrong, because it's a big read the room moment, and if both don't read the room and Miz doesn't read the room at all, right? Him standing up kind of absolves them of misreading the room. Sorry, that's my take. My take is that, okay, let's say you're deluded. Okay, you're horny, let's be honest. Most guys are. Then some traumatic thing happens, right? Some crying and ensues. It's a heavy moment, right?
Yeah.
It's a heavy moment for her, definitely, right?
Yep.
And she's having probably a hard time, right? And
she's crying, so yeah, she's having a hard time.
She probably expects to be given time, understood, comforted with words of affirmation, some form of comfort or whatever, right? And then she doesn't get that. right? That is what since I was watching your stream, that's probably what I was looking at, right? She's probably having a hard time, right? And she wants something positive. Yes.
Yeah, and he just wanted sex.
Next, his perspective. He probably thinks, oh yeah, she's crying. She needs comfort, whatever, right? She gets close, does the kissing, whatever the fuck, right? Yes, the reading the room is shit. Clearly, the man is not reading the room. She's looking for comfort. He is looking for physicality, right? That is, he's not reading the room for shit, and he's wrong for that, right? But yes, it is gross. I understand. From his perspective, if there's no either a dialogue or warning or non-verbal of, yo, this is, don't like hug me or kiss me, right? You're still not correcting your vision of reading the room. You're still in the wrong. You would still be deluded, right?
Physicality.
The story plays out in my view. So within that sense, right? If she said and she screamed or whatever, right, to stop doing something, and he jumped out of the bed and he stopped, within your delusion, right, of not reading the room, when there was pushback or warning or a hint, big one, that it was unwanted, then he stopped, right? So I understand it wasn't needed, it wasn't wanted, but I can see how, okay, when the delusion stopped and it was
like the crying part.
He stopped.
Can you please translate?
That's how I see it. And you don't have to agree with me. And I'm not glazing anybody. I'm trying to be impartial and be in the middle and be really understanding of everything. Okay. I've heard similar stories in the past. I haven't. And it's just like if somebody doesn't, it's wrong. Does that make sense? If somebody doesn't, if you give somebody a warning, a sign, they don't stop. Yeah, wrong. That giving that vibe, right? But maybe it's because it was either underexplained but I was being receptive to it. Does that make sense? If you've been with somebody
Jesus, dude,
for a long time,
translate,
things get close.
Take over the news. This guy's terrible.
Right? If there's no signs of I don't want this, people usually assume like, yeah, like it's gonna end up like touchy kissy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, season of Discovery tag.
The crying is one thing, but the
crying is one thing.
You gotta read the room and know when to escalate. And clearly, the room was not read. That's wrong. Is it as bad as
he speed ran the next step, dog?
I'm inclined to intake more information, but I'm not there. Like I'm not. It's still wrong. It's still
I don't know what
wrong. It's still 100.
I feel like
you're not trying to fuck, or you shouldn't. And if you do want to fuck, you have to hold strong, man. And yo, mega horn dogs out there, yo. That might be hard. I get it. You just gotta not do it. Okay? Like, that's it. I feel like people
using a lot of words.
Can't even see this scenario, haven't been in a relationship ever.
It's interesting that he puts that at the end of his video. This XQC thing. He actually placed the entire clip at the end of his video here. So this was a part of his video. This is the part of his like defense or whatever. So I feel like it would be a lot better for him to just, speak on that. And, I mean, he did like a little bit, but I think it's a bit strange to put his take in the video, to like try to clear himself. Like, I think it would have came across much better if he said that at the first like clear sign that she didn't want me to do anything, I instantly stopped, and I should have said that I was sorry. I regret that I didn't, and maybe give like some justification for that. I mean, he did say that the first part, but I feel like it stands stronger on its own when he says it like that without using the XQC thing. I I think he could have just articulated that entire thing way better. Like, yeah, if he said like, yeah, it's my ex-girlfriend and maybe I thought we were getting back together or reconciling or whatever, and obviously that she was upset and crying was a big clue, so I fucked up there. You know, like something like that probably would have sat, you know, better than whatever the fuck this was. Honestly, chat, I didn't like their response that much. I think that this response was too focused on fucking rabbits